What up, YouTube? You already know. Big Lou tapping back in. Well, what it do? Big Lou. NMCR2, baby. Oh, boy. So, I've been changing the time over and over and over and over and over and over again. I was almost going to set this for tomorrow, but I decided, you know what? I'll drop in just for a little bit. See who taps in or whatever. Usually I get most of my views on the live streams afterwards anyway, so I don't always get a ton of people in here, you know, 10 people, 12 people, sometimes up to like 20, 25 people. 22 people I think was the most, 24, something like that. But I get a lot of the views afterwards. You know what I mean? Santo Muerte, 50. No, I mean, 500, my bad. 50. Orale. What's happening? Santo Muerte, the saint of death. What's going on with you? Let's see. Man, it was warm today. It's still pretty warm right now, though. Man. It's Romero, name change. Oh, okay. Romero, name change. That's what's up. Tommy Stig Social Club. Wow, he's tapping in late. He's tapping in from New Jersey. New Jersey in the house. So, yeah. So, anyways, I was gonna tap in earlier, and then I had to do some things, and then some other things, and then I had to unload my storage. My storage, man. I was already paying for something a month, and then it went up another $90. And it's like, wow. I mean, are they just gonna keep increasing the prices of this shit? You know what I mean? 55 degrees. Damn, that's kind of cold. I mean, for it being this time of the year, it's like it's probably 70 degrees right now here. Anyways, a lot of things went on. So this weekend, you know what I'm saying? The fight. I don't know if you guys seen the fight. If you guys haven't, I dropped a few videos about that. See, you trip out on all the scandalosas on the YouTube yard. Yeah, I stay away from all that shit, man. I'm not cool. I'm not with the drama, man. I'm not with the BS. I'm not with the bullshit. I'm not with the mierda. I'm not with the, you know what I mean? I'm not with all that shit, man. I ain't got time for all that shit. You know what I mean? I can't sit there and watch and hear of people doing shit that little kids would be doing. Like, what grown man got time to be trolling people? You know what I'm saying? What grown man has time to be making sock accounts and all these other accounts and doing all the weird shit? It's just weird shit. I'm cool, man. I ain't got time for it. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I got my own shit going on. I don't have time for any of that crap. You know what I mean? And it is across the board. It's not just the prison genre, man. It's the other genre that I'm all into, that I used to be into pretty heavily. I walked away from a bunch of those channels too. I don't want to hear another man always telling another man, suck my, you know what, and all of that kind of crap. Hearing, you know, pull up, chump, you know what I'm saying? I'll whoop your ass and da-da-da. And none of that shit's even happening. Nobody's throwing a punch. Nobody's, you know, a punch ain't been thrown or a slap has been landed, but yet you got all these motherfuckers talking rah-rah this, rah-rah that. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm cool. All that exposing each other just makes them all look scandalous because they all stamped each other. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't even really know all that's going on or who you're even referring to. I mean, I got an idea, but yeah, I don't really know exactly who or what you're speaking of. But I got an idea. And then I heard some other things too in the past couple days, like other channels putting thumbnails. I read thumbnails and stuff. But the fight, I'm gonna keep it simple. The fight was a good ass fight this Saturday night. You had the Undisputed King at 135, Devin Haney, who has all the hardware at that division, fought Lomachenko. Lomachenko boxed his ass off, but in my opinion, it wasn't enough for him to take all the belts. Everybody's acting like he got robbed, and if you look at all the numbers are damn near exact. So how can you take a fucking dude's all his belts from him? You know what I mean? If you did just barely, basically what he did, not barely, basically what he did. They finally pulled Gunner's covers, bro. They even posted a roster of Northern Riders made by Snoop with his name on it. Oh yeah. A roster with his name on it. But I thought Snoop said he didn't know who he was or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. But you know what I've been saying too? If you be real about everything you say about yourself or anything you've been involved with, if you want to go that route and talk about any of that, me, I don't. With me, it's just more of a general thing. But if you got none, if you keep it real and don't bullshit, then you don't have to worry about later trying to keep up with whatever you said before. You know what I mean? And it seems like that's a problem for some people. Yeah, just a lot of crazy shit. Yeah. That seems like it's a little difficult for some people to keep up with their stories. You know what I mean? So it's either you keep it real, you keep it 100, right? Or you just don't speak about things. Like Tommy Stick, for example, right here. I'm not going to get into his business. I mean, I really don't know what he was involved with, but I got an idea. But, he lets it be known he was from North Jersey, and some people were his friends, and that's about it. He don't need to go into details about things. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, if you're from a certain lifestyle, if you do certain things, you're affiliated with certain people. People already got an idea of what you're involved with, what you've done, what you haven't done, things like that. And that's enough said. You know what I mean? His town, no one knows him. Mouse? What Mouse? Well, there's a couple dudes that he speaks of that I know personally from his town. But yeah, I mean, I can't call it. You know what I mean? No, I don't know him. Yeah, exactly. See what Tommy Stick said? And if you guys haven't, check out his channel. He's got a nice, cool little channel. He comes on early in the morning. He's in New Jersey, so it's 3 hours ahead of time. But he's got a cool channel. He comes on different times of the day, but usually he got a show called Coffee with Stiggs, like a 30-minute show in the morning. And sometimes, it's just shoot the shit, basically kicking it like at the barbershop. You know what I mean? Cool little vibe, cool little flow going on. But check out his channel. Well, matter of fact, let me see if I can. I'm gonna put the link there. Hold on. Well, here, matter of fact, Tommy, you know how to do it. I don't know if you know how to drop. Here, I'll do it. So earlier too, I did a video. Oh, so let me get back to the boxing. So the boxing, right? If this is how I feel about it. If you're the champion, right? And not only this dude doesn't just have one belt. This dude has 5. He has 5 belts that he walked in that ring with. You know what I'm saying? Plus, in name, he's the lineal champion, and that's only a name. There's no There's no belt with that one. You know what I'm saying? So he comes in there with the WBC, the WBA, the WBO, the IBF, the Ring Magazine belt, and then he's the lineal champ. So he comes in there with all them belts, right? And the way I look at it is that the champ needs to be there. That's Tommy Stiggs' link right there. If you guys haven't already, give him a sub. Yeah, I stopped fucking with Gunner when he kept claiming to be a bro as someone who has sacrificed for the cause and made that achievement. I felt highly disrespected. Fuck him and his stolen valor. Yeah, and we know somebody that was a celly that didn't co-sign that. That was a B. So, I mean, you know, a lot of stuff. I'll just say like this: he's entertaining, right? You know, he knows how to. He's got charisma. He knows how to rock the mic. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times I would hear things, and I didn't take it at face. You know, I didn't take no at face value. You know what I mean? I took it at face value, and you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you're gonna have a lot of guys that feel that way. You know. So back what I was saying. So this man doesn't come in with just say he's the WBC lightweight champion. This dude has all the belts. And the way I feel is that the champion has to get either knocked the fuck out or outboxed so bad that he's made to look silly. And you didn't have neither one of those happen in that fight. And if you look at the numbers were exact almost, except for Lomachenko threw like an extra 130 punches. I think it was 139 extra more punches than Haney threw. But he only landed... the percentages were damn near the same. You know what I mean? And Devin Haney landed 50 of 110 body shots. You know, so everybody's talking about, you know, he got robbed. He got robbed how? How the fuck did he get robbed, man? I don't understand what people are watching. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a good-ass fight. Lomachenko was a warrior. He kept coming forward. He kept trying to do his thing. But there were sometimes he should have kept the pedal to the metal. You know what I mean? But I will say this: if Devin Haney plans on fighting Tank that way and take all those punches that Lomachenko hit him with, he's gonna be in trouble with Tank. You know what I mean? Straight up, he's gonna be in big trouble. Also, I dropped a video earlier. Okay, cool. Just sub to Tommy's channel. Okay, that's cool. Also, I dropped a video a little bit ago about, because I've been seeing this come up in a lot of different channels, comment sections about how does a black dude get into a Latin gang? How does a white dude become a member of a Latin gang? And this and that, you know, and it basically just boils down to where you're from, where you grew up. You know what I'm saying? All right, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, it just boils down to where you're raised at. You know, let's say Puerto Rican, since I'm Puerto Rican. I met these, and I said this in the video. I met these two white dudes in the pen. They were both from Chicago. They were both from Puerto Rican gangs. So it was kind of a culture shock to them when they came here and got busted here and went to the system here, you know, because they had to fall in line. They had to fall in line and follow directives, you know, well, not directives, but follow the rules pretty much. And I'm pretty sure they followed directives too, if they were given certain directives. So, you know, and they were just telling me like, damn, this is a trip to us, you know what I mean? Because, you know, one dude was from the Imperial Gangsters. The other one was from, I think he was a maniac Latin disciple, I think it was. And so they were just telling how it was a trip to them. You know, they're kind of used to it now, but at first it was a trip. Yeah, so they told me that, you know, they were like, it was a culture shock at first, but they were cool with it now. And then, like I said, it just depends who you grew up with. I seen dudes be from the South, dudes from Puerto Rico be from the North, you know, Fresno. Give me 1 second, people. Let's see what he said. Them East Coast gangs are confusing to me. Yeah, there's different rules over there. You know what I mean? They got different rules. Hey, what, Daisy? What the fuck you doing over there? Fucking pig. Damn, girl, you like a pig down there. What are you doing? Pot-belly pig. She's breathing like a pot-belly pig. Got no clue. But yeah, so it just depends where you know, where you grow up. You know what I mean? What else? Oh, and also I did a video also on the Wacc 100. His loose lips, the way he, and when I mean loose lips, I mean like just ridiculous stuff he says. You know what I mean? Not that he's telling, because usually people say loose lips sink ships. I'm not using it in that context. Just you wouldn't think the dude is a successful businessman the way he talks. You know what I mean? The ridiculous stuff he says. You know what I mean? It's just a trip. And you know, I guess what's her name? Lupe from Crip Mac. I guess they called her a wetback or something like that. That shit ain't cool. You know, and then he tried to say, well, she's from a black gang. Like, okay, first of all, we're not locked up, so that excuse don't work. You know what I mean? Bob Mowry, Sole. What's going on, brother? Italiano 559. What's happening? But yeah, so you know, we're not locked up. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is like if you're black, you're a homie, but you're black, and you happen to be walking by, and you hear somebody say the N-word or something derogatory towards blacks, you're not gonna take it personal. You know what I mean? Even though it feels personal, you're not gonna. It don't pertain to you. You know what I'm saying? So we're not locked up. You know what I mean? So for him to say that, oh, she's from a black gang, that sounds so ignorant and stupid. You know what I mean? And he's just constantly with the stupid shit all the time. You know? And then most of the time you'll hear this, well, what are they in the business for? This is a black issue. Something like that, you know. Which sounds, you know, they have a lot of how would you say it? That's correct on so many levels sometimes, depending what the issue is, the situation. But it just, you know what I mean? It's just ignorance. It's ignorance all the way around when it comes to that dude. And he's had beef with so many different people, man. It's not even, the list is so long, I can't even go through it right now. Lay down. Yeah, this girl's in heat right now too, man, so I gotta watch her. First heat she came in, she's 9 months old. So yeah, so that's what was up with that video. And then R.I.P. Jim Brown, the legendary football player on and off the field, passed away. Also superstar Billy Graham, the wrestler, he passed away, which I think both them guys were before their time. You know what I mean? So many guys bit off of Billy Graham. Promo wise, with Hulk Hogan, Jesse Body Ventura, even Ric Flair stole some of his stuff. You know what I mean? And then Jim Brown was just a beast. You know what I mean? A big back, 6'2", 6'3", just running people over. He was before his time. Both of them were before their time. Life's good, Bob. Oh, okay, my bad. So yeah, so you know what I mean? She's in the garage. Yeah. Daisy and May are here. Daisy's looking for shit to eat off the ground. Fucking little pot-bellied pig. She sounds like a little pot-bellied pig. So, let's see. What was I saying? Ate it? Funny. What's new with you, Lou? Nah, that's basically just same old shit, pretty much. Just trying to do this. Got the little dog kennel up and off the ground now. I got 6 of them now. Six bullies. And Daisy's in heat right now, and she's the youngest. She's the youngest female. She's too young to breed. So I have her aunt Maybelline, and then we got a black female named black and white female named Sombra, which means shade or shadow. So we're hoping for them to go in heat. Other than that, pretty much just trying to maintain this heat. You know what I'm saying? It's been fucking hot, man. It's been hot, but it really ain't shit yet. That ain't shit yet. It's gonna be way hotter than that. Hey, sit down. Sit down, Daisy. Daisy, sit. Sit down. I got the garage door open, so I wanted to sit to see. Big Lou, I enjoyed. You know what? Big Lou, I know you enjoyed the Lakers guys. So yeah, but I'd rather see my fucking team in there. Fucking man, I don't know, man. What the fuck? They're gonna have a little issue the off season because you got some contracts, that are up, and then you got this player, what's his name, Jordan Poole, who is he's gonna be making more money than Clay and all them dudes, and how's that gonna look? You know, how they gonna feel about that? You know what I mean? I think he's more. I don't know, man. I think he kind of like. I don't know if it went through his head that he's a champion now or what. Hey, sit down, Daisy. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work out, man. I think they need to trade him. Nah, I wish they would have knocked the Lakers out. You know what I mean? But yeah, I get. Yeah, it is cool. It is cool because you know what? There was some Laker motherfuckers talking shit, and then they were like, "Oh, you can't talk shit to us. We beat you," and it's like, man, I can. I just ain't gonna. It's just too much, man. The extra privilege, the extra treatment that LeBron James gets is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Jordan didn't even get this type of shit. Jordan was actually fighting for his shit. You know what I mean? Obviously it was a different era in basketball, but all that traveling is ridiculous. I can't understand and believe that they let these guys get away with this so-called Euro step and all this other bullshit, and it's clearly traveling. You know what I mean? It's just, and that's another thing too. The Lakers had the most fouls called for them last season, and they had the least called against them last season. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's crazy. See, that's right, Taviano. Good, bro. Just chilling, but she's getting cold here. It's getting cold in New Zealand. So you guys are what, opposite of us? The seasons are opposite, or that's a trip. We'll get at Rich and get my number. We need to talk about the bully game. I can get you hooked up. Primo, he's in the bully game making big money. Yeah. What does he have? What does he have? XLs? Does he have XL bullies, or does he have, which ones does he have? Call mine or XLs. But if he's in the bully game, I take your word for it. I believe you. But if he's well, I'm not sure then, because I'm not sure if what I'm getting to is that I'm a co-owner on a couple of dogs, and couple of the guys are real well known people, but they're XLs. You know what I mean? So I don't know if your cousin has um, micros or he's got a bunch. Okay, but it just he's got all different sizes, or does he have Big Lou? Do you like pit bulls or just bullies? I like bullies. I like bullies now. Yeah, Lou, just coming into winter. Okay, so it's winter in New Zealand. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Going to bed?
Just open, I'm gonna close that gate.
Okay. Good night.
I'll leave this screen door open.
All
But
right.
if you leave, lock it, so my son's not in there by himself.
Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
close this gate open.
All right. Good night. Let's see. He has an indoor facility in Mojave Desert, air conditioning. That's cool. That's yeah, these dogs do not do well with heat at all. Like it's to the point like where it's scary. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't do well with heat at all. It's scary. They get heat stroke and stuff like that. But now I prefer bullies now. Yeah. And matter of fact, we didn't use the term bullies. And I'll be real with you, up till like a couple years ago, I thought bullies were just like those micro ones, those small ones in pockets. I thought those were bullies. But come to find out, no, the XLs are bullies, the double XLs, the standards, the classics, the extreme. Those are all bullies too. And so the reason I'm saying that is that the last one that I had was in 2006 when I got busted, went to the pen, and he went to doggy jail. He was a bully too back then. I just didn't know. We didn't use them words. So you don't like pits at all? No, I like pits. I like pits. That's what I'm trying to explain right now. I'm trying to explain that right now. That I had the dog I had. His name was Rojo. He was like 80. He would fluctuate between 78, 82, 84 pounds, depending if it was winter or summer. Winter, he put on a few more pounds. In summer, he would thin out a little bit. And he his pops was about 150 pounds. His dad, about 130, 150. I think he was closer to 150 though, because I'm trying to remember back how big he was compared to this. Because I got a female right here. She's 140 pounds. Let's see if you guys can see her real quick. Maybelline, Maybelline. I guess she's ignoring me. I don't know if you guys can see her. She's 140 pounds. And so he was a little bigger than her, a little thicker. I believe he has Miyagi. Okay, Miyagi. So Miyagi's, those are exotics. Because I hear that name a lot. Miyagi. Bullies are a mixture of different breeds. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was getting to right now too. In order to get these big, especially like her, she shows. That's what I was trying to get her to. So she has a lot of loose skin on the mouth, so you can tell by looking at that she's got to have either a Neapolitan massive, even, there's a lot of different dogs that they use to get them bigger. The American Bulldog, Old English Bulldog, like I said, massive, bull massive. Because if you see some of the faces are sometimes they're more pushed in. I don't dig that look at all. I don't really like that look. Bullies are a mixture, yeah. And then what I was saying was about your one of the reasons I was asking Taliano about your cousin, because the two of the guys. Okay, so that female that I just showed, she's, once we have puppies with her, I gotta give them 2 puppies. They get the first 2 picks, and then she's mine, paid off. That's how I'm paying for her. Miyagi's are basically pocket bullies. Okay, pockets. I know it's one of those But I usually hear it when the micros or exotics, whatever, exotics or micros. Um, that's the time I usually hear Miyagi. Um, but I'm pretty sure there's, if it started with Pocket, maybe, maybe. But what I was saying was, so May, I got him from Dusty Mundrick. Now, if any of you guys watched the BGK video, that's Big Gemini Kennels, he's got the video called Legends and Honorable Mentions. He names Dusty in there in that video. Dusty has produced some well-known big-name dogs in the Bully XL game that they're named by, for example, Mr. Markov. It says Prime Yards, Mr. Markov, but Dusty actually produced them. Monster Bully Kennels, MBK, Morphosis. But Dusty really produced them. There's one called Bossy Blue. Dusty produced them. There's a few more too. But so, anyways, this dog is a Dusty. I got this dog from Dusty. Then there's another guy named ERP's Kennels. I got Vuitton in the backyard. That's May's brother. This female I just showed you is her littermate brother. He's a lilac tri Merle male. And then I got two from East Bay Bulls. I got Big Red. He's a 8-month-old male. He's already like 23.5 inches tall. He's already a double XL. And then I got the black and white female Sombra, which when I picked them up that day, it was a Saturday, about 3 weeks ago now, I think it was. We seen some blood on her paw, so we thought she was in heat. But I never seen her, her thing swell up. Like Daisy's right now, her thing's swole big. But then she got sick. I think she ate a fig and she got sick, and I don't know if that could have knocked the heat out of Wacc, or maybe she just was never in heat from the beginning. She never was in heat. That blood could have been for something else. Look up Dirt Digger, exotic bully. That was his main one. He would stud out, but he died. He was a badass bully. He made like 300,000 off that dog. He ships a lot to other countries. Yeah, okay. So that dog that I got in the backyard, he was living in France. I don't think he sold him to France. I think it was a co-owner thing, like what I'm doing with him now. And he was in France, and he came back about a year or so ago. So in that video, the BGK video, he mentions, like I said, he mentions Dusty by name, and he don't mention, but he says verbally that he's produced a lot of dogs, and a lot of people don't know about him like they should know. But then they also mentioned Big Woodland from Scorpion Kennels, which is that dog I just showed you, female's half brother, and then the boy I got in the backyard is half brother. Also, all related to Daisy. That's Daisy's uncle. And then Morphosis is her great uncle, her grandpa's brother, because Morphosis, that dog Morphosis that I said that Dusty produced, is the litter-mate brother to Horchata, which is the father to this big female I just showed you, and then the boy that's in the backyard, and then it's also Daisy's grandpa, and then it's Champ's great-grandpa. So I have 4 dogs here that are related, and then that's why we brought in Sombra and Big Red, different blood. And then hopefully, if everything goes right, we got this female coming from New York named Future. She's a lilac tri, Corleone blood. And plans is to take her to Vuitton in the backyard. You know what I mean? Let's see. Do your thing, Big Lou. I'm pulling for you to win, homie. About to go to sleep. OG hit my IG though. What's your IG? What's the name of your IG? Italiano? But I could do that though, Rich. I can get a hold of Rich. let's see. Yeah, I'm hoping, man, because with what's been going on with work, man, it's just I don't even want to be doing this shit no more. Like, you know what I mean? It's just it put me in predicaments where it shouldn't be like that. It's Italiano. Okay, I'll hit you up on there, and then I'll DM you on it. But yeah, it's just, you know what I mean? I'm hoping too, man. I'm hoping this shit goes through with these dogs, and but it's always been my it's always been I guess you could say a dream of mine to have my own kennel. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Ever since I was a little kid, you know what I mean, a youngster. And at that time, it was, it was pit bulls. You know what I mean? American Pit Bull Terriers. Is it Italiano Vero? No. It's Italiano 9796, or is it 7966? $7966. Passion, yeah, passion. Yeah, I always wanted to do that. Yeah, they're back there messing with Champ. I got Champ in the back because I used to put him in the front right here, but he keeps destroying the house. He keeps chewing up the siding and stuff, and can't have that. You know what I mean? Can't have that. So I put him in the back earlier in the kennel, and then of course he's whining because he's never been away from Daisy. And so then I let him loose and to run around the backyard, but he's back there with the two boys. He's back there with Vuitton and Big Red and Sombra, and if for whatever reason, Vuitton's humping the crap out of him, and the female, he don't even bother. I don't, and it's not about dominance because, because first you would think was he trying to dominate him, but he's only 5 months, you know what I mean? But he's tall. He's just as tall as he's taller than him. I mean, about this much. Than the big boy that's 3.5 years old. French Bulldog market is saturated as hell right now. Yeah, it is. So is the bully. The bully game is too. The bully game is too. But if you're, well known, and you got your, everything working right, everything firing, all your cylinders firing right, and you're in with the right people, and you show that you know what you got it going on, then you're good. You know what I mean? But yeah, the French Bulldogs, and the same thing with the bullies too, the smaller ones, they have a lot of health problems, and a lot of that has to do with the overbreeding, the inbreeding, and the line breeding, but more so the inbreeding. It is what it is, and that's why at some point you need to bring new blood into your yard. You can't just keep breeding back to the same dogs or the same line. You know what I mean? Cousins, aunts and uncles to nephews and nieces, grandkids, whatever it is. Hey, that's funny. May got up and went over there fast. Let's see. French Bulldogs have surpassed the Labrador in the most popular. Yeah, I seen that. The year before it was the Labrador. But even all that, with all the new studies and stuff about how they've been getting wrong dog breeds and stuff, where they automatically call everything pit bulls. And then when they they do the DNA test on these dogs, so what they did was they grabbed like 1,000 dogs or something like that, and they grabbed like 150 people that staff for either humane societies, ASCP, or what is it called, ACPA or whatever, whatever it's called, dog pounds, humane society, some veterinarians, staff, and they took like 150 staff members and like 1,000 dogs, and it was like 60% they were incorrect, and that they would name these dogs pit bulls or pit bull mixes, and when they do the DNA, they had no American pit bull terrier or Staffordshire blood in it. Those dogs have a ton of problems too. People better dig deep into their health. Yeah. Hey, mate. Hey. So you can see her better. Come here. See her face? Since she got kind of loose around her mouth. It's not real bad like some dogs I've seen, but so this is a female. See how big her chest is? Look how big her bones are. Her paws. She's got a decent sized head too. And that's a female, 140 pounds. That's Daisy's aunt, Daisy's mom's littermate sister. Yeah, I got Daisy DNA tested. I'm gonna do Champ next, and then after that, I'm probably gonna do maybe Vuitton, because it's clear that May, she's been bred twice already, and it's clear she got blue eyes. And I got to DNA test any dog that I breed Daisy with to make sure they don't have the eye issue, what do they call that, the retinal issue. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing, big girl? She's a big girl. Let's see. Rich DM. There's Rich DM right there. That's a big girl right there. Hey, May. You guys see the Merle pattern right there? The little blotches? And it's a trip too, because we got a brother in the backyard. He's bigger. I mean, she's bigger than him. She's heavier. She's longer body. Her bone's bigger. Her head's a little bit bigger. They got different shaped head though. Did you post Daisy's DNA test? No, I ain't posted where. Super curious if those tests are really legit. I think they're legit. The only thing that they're not legit on, I don't believe it, is that they said she's going to weigh 63 pounds when she's full grown. And when I did the test, she was 61 pounds or 60 pounds when I did the test. But so far, they said that she carries black, gray, and cocoa, those coat colors. And then it also said that in Spain they have some bad ass Presa Canarios. Yeah, Presa Canarios though, they're from Africa though, the Canary Islands, ain't they? The Canary Islands that are off Africa. Anyways, it said that she carries those three colors, right? And then it also says she carries a diluted gene, which is the two lowercase d's, right? Saying basically that if different colors will be at a lighter, it'll be lighter because of the pigmentation. And now she's turning, her gray is turning light. You know what I mean? So that all seems correct. You know what I mean? She passed for over 500 diseases and things like that. But she did come back with a retinal issue, something with retinal or something with the eyes. And I think that has to do with the Merle that her grandfather was. I think it has something to do with it because her eyes are like gray. Sometimes they're gray, sometimes they're brown. It basically depends, like the weather, how the color is outside. But there's some pictures that they're brown. I mean, they're gray. So basically what that just means is that don't breed her to another dog that has that. You know what I mean? But it does, you know, because I was thinking about breeding her, because originally I got Champ to breed to her. But now Champ's so tall, he's already taller than her. And he just turned 5 months old a couple of days ago. On the 20th, he turned 5 months. Today's what, the 22nd? And he's already like this much taller than her. He's about a half inch taller than her. He's already over 20 inches. He's taller than his dad already. I think he's going to be like 25, 26 inches tall, and then Daisy's only going to be like 20. And I think that's going to be too much to offset it. So I was looking at her uncle Vuitton, and I'm like, man, he's more, he's a little bit taller than her, decent sized head. He's going to throw, I think, her color with his color and his lilac, and he's a tri, so he has the tan points on his, hair on his eyebrows, and then he's a merle too, right? So I'm thinking with his color and his pattern, which is merle, and then he's got the tri, and her color, I think they'll throw good puppies. Plus, I think they accommodate each other with their head, the shape of head, their muzzles, and all that. Because it look as of right now, and it might not stay that way because Champ's only 5 months. So right now his head is more narrower. Daisy's more block up here. And she's got a shorter snout, shorter muzzle. Now it just could be because he ain't grew into his head yet. Because they say a lot of times the head's the last thing they grow into. So if that's the case, right now it looks like his muzzle's a little longer, excuse me. So once his head starts widening back here, it'll widen, and then this will come in shorter. That's what I'm thinking. At least I hope. So that's why I'm thinking that I don't breed him to her. Then again, maybe the 5 inches difference in height, 6 inches in height will somehow, I don't know. We'll just see how it ends up being. But the plan is we're going to take her to Goliath, her next breeding, and then her last one, hopefully Champ is pop by then. And pop means, getting, buff, wide, whatever. Hopefully by her last breeding, her fourth breeding, then we're going to retire her. He's pop by then, and we'll take him to her. And hopefully that'll be a good one, because what I mean by that is because I'm not sure. We know that he's going to be a double XL in size, anything over 23 inches tall for a boy, for a male. But he's going to be 120 to 160 pounds. I don't know where we're at exactly. It is a big gap, but his mother is, in my opinion, is the game changer. She's been bred 4 times, 4 different males, and no matter who she was bred with, she throws big ass tall sons. Her first breeding, I think it was her first breeding, she has a son named Magnum. He's 31 inches tall with a 30-inch head, 190 pounds. She has another son named Cujo. He's got like a 28-inch head. He's about 27 inches tall, and he weighs about 170 pounds. And then she has another son named Champ. She has Champ, Big Chief. He's like 16 months old. He's about 150 pounds right now. He has like a 27-inch head, and he's about 28 inches tall. And the mother is 26-inch head. She's like 25 inches tall, 26 inches tall with the 140. She weighs 140 pounds. And then Champ's dad was like 20 inches tall, about 115, 120 pounds, 26-inch head as well, and a 26-inch neck. So you would think he would have at least a 26-inch head, right? Both his parents have 26-inch heads, but you can't always go on that either. I think he's going to have like a 27, 26-inch head with about a 24-inch neck, 25, 26 inches tall, and then 120, 160 pounds. I'm thinking more like 130, 140, 135. You know what I mean? He's going to be a pretty big boy. He's going to, in my opinion, he's going to look something like Netflix from DDK. He's got the same smut. That's that color with the black muzzle. That's called smut. In Brazil, they incorporate a lot of American Bulldog into their, they call them pit monsters, don't they? Champ's gonna be a beast. the ones you're referring to in Brazil, man, they look weird. Their eyes, they're too close together. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's from the American Bulldog they use or what it is, but they call them pit monsters. It's a trip. So yeah, he is gonna be a beast. He's already like I said, he's 20 and a half inches tall right now. He's got an 18 and a half inch head, 16-inch neck, and he weighed 52 pounds when I took him a couple weeks ago for his rabies shot. He's already put on since then a couple of pounds. And he's got a little thicker, you know what I mean? But I don't know how old he's gonna be by the time he gets, pops, you know what I mean? Awesome stuff, Big Lou. Sounds like you got it. Sussed. All the best with your dog. Yeah, thanks. Some are super clean and some look defective. Yeah, yeah. You hit it right on the point with that one. So, all right, take it easy, Rich. At some point, Rich hit me up and tomorrow. Italiano told me earlier tonight to get his number from you. Okay. I thought he answered me back on the deal there on the IG, but it wasn't him. Okay, I thought that was him. Never mind. Oh shit, what's this? Oh, okay, I got it. Thanks. All right, Rich, thanks. Good looking out. So yeah, it's I'm hoping that Daisy being in heat, that she triggers off these other girls. But anyways, I think that May was gonna go into heat. I figured around July anyway, so we're almost there. And I figured that if everything goes right and she does get pregnant, that the puppies will be ready around Christmas. Because you figure if she comes in the heat in July, right? Pregnant a couple of months, that puts it September, and then you figure 2.5 months, right? That'd be October, November, in the middle of November. Christmas time puppies. You know what I mean? I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say a few things, but I don't want to jinx myself. Yeah, but what else was I gonna say too? Oh, it was I don't know how long a lot of you guys been following me. Some of you guys been knowing me for a minute, like Bob and Rich. But I try not to be with the drama. I try not to get involved with I'll speak my mind on certain things. Something's asked of me, and I'll keep it real about things, how I feel on things. And I'll say too, if there's something that I know is going on, I'll say something. But for the most part, I try to stay away from indulging in that. Yeah, I might drop a reaction video here and there to some controversy, but it's, not unfortunately, but not that was the wrong word. I'm in the, YouTube world. I got my own channel. So some of these things like Wacc 100, Charleston White, different people like that, people like to listen, and get involved. that way. You know what I'm saying? By maybe dropping a comment and stuff like that. But yeah, exactly, Rich. And I just don't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for it. I don't like to hear, like I was saying earlier, I don't want to be going to watch a channel by somebody and hearing this guy say about other dudes suck his, what. You know what I mean? What the fuck I want to hear that shit for? Or, always, pull up, motherfucker, pull up, pull up, pull up. Just all that rah-rah shit. You know what I mean? I'll whoop your ass, chump. I'll slap the shit out of you. Da-da-da. You hear all this nonsense. It's like, that's just not entertaining to me. You know what I mean? It's weird when you hear all these people finds it amusing and finds it entertaining. I mean, I guess it can be to some people, but the hell? I guess it can be to some people, but if you come from the streets and done certain things and lived a certain way, you don't enjoy that. You know what I mean? You've been schooled otherwise. You don't talk like that. You know what I mean? What's going on? U2F key user. But if same thing like with people coming out here calling people rats and stuff like that without no paperwork. Like, the fuck you doing? Like, come on now. The fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? You just know that these people talk loose like this. They ain't about that life, period. They never lived it. They never been about it. Which I'm not saying is a good thing to be about it, but when you're trying to insert yourself in things and speak like that, you look more like a jackass. You know what I mean? Always talking out the side of your neck, like I always say, pop, 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 or out your ass. You know what I mean? And like you got guys that claim to be, I was an enforcer for the Gambino from 84 to 97, but then they're over there talking about striking people's channels and calling the cops. The fuck? You know what I mean? Like, the fuck is that? Like, it's just weird shit. The dog's looking clean. Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to keep them healthy. I'm trying to keep them, the boy, like, I don't know if you guys ever caught it in any of the shorts I did, but the boy, Vuitton, he got a little thin. From where I got him from, there was 3 females in heat there, and then he gets here and there's at least one in heat here. So some males go crazy and they don't eat and they just, you know what I mean? And so he was going through a little some of that. And then, so we're trying to get him healthy back again. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to have to deworm him too. Him and Sombra, the black female. And then her, like I said, when the day I picked her and Big Red up from the Bay, I went out to San Pablo and picked him up. We seen blood on her back paw. And we just figured, oh yeah, she's in heat. But I never seen her, her thing swell up. Like Daisy's right now, her thing is big, it's sticking out, and we seen blood, the blood all the time. I never seen blood again after that, and I never seen her thing swell up, like I mentioned. And but she did get sick for like 4 days, 5 days. She didn't eat nothing. She was puking up, the acid in her stomach. And I'm wondering if maybe that could have threw the heat out of whack. Maybe, I'm not sure about that. But it's been like 3 weeks now and nothing. Daisy's still in heat. So I'm hoping that it triggers May to go into heat. Because May, we're breeding her with Goliath, and they live way up in Orville. You're talking about at least 2.5 hour drive from here, at least. So we would have to meet probably somewhere halfway, and they would probably do the AI right there, wherever we meet. Collect the semen from the male and then, shoot it into her. So yeah, it's a little complicated with that one, but nonetheless, we'll get it done. You know what I mean? And she throws really nice puppies too. So, and for the most part, she had 9 pups the last time. I think 1 passed, so she had 8. The time before that, she had 8 also. But like her numbers are, because she's Merle pattern. She has the Merle pattern. She's white. Majority of her head's white, but she has a little bit of tweed color on her ear, a tweed merle color. She usually throw half her puppies come out merle. BGK has some nice ones. Yeah, okay. So BGK has Gambino. Gambino is first cousins to her, and first cousins to Vuitton in the back, and second cousins to Daisy, third cousins to Champ. So they're related. You know what I mean? Yeah, BGK's had some good dogs over the years. He's had the Rock, Cujo, uh, Nitro. Man, he's had a bunch. He's had a bunch. Azor, he was like what, almost 200 pounds. But he's more known for the big blue ones back in the day. The big blue ones. I'm trying to think some of his other names. Nitro. Did he have one named Nemesis? I think. And he had the one, the one that was in the movie, the Keanu Reeves movie. I think his name was Nitro. Yeah, he's had some good dogs over the years. Definitely something to be proud of. Some of the productions he's made, developed. Bossy has a lot of dogs overseas. Willy Wonka kids, Mr. Goodbar kids, Victoria's Secret kids, Jumanji kids, Adios kids, Super Bowls kids. There's a lot of them. She's from BGK. Who's from BGK? Who's from BGK? Man, my phone's about to die. Man, I gotta link you with my bro. Maybe raising pits and all dogs are champion bloodlines. He's raising pits or bullies. I don't know. YouTube F key user. I don't know who you said she's from BGK. Who's from BGK? Oh, my favorite bully of all time is Queen Callie. That's the type of bully style I like. Okay. Yeah, I'm not aware of her. But he's had some good ones. 30 to 40 pounders. 30 to 40 pounders. His dogs are 30 to 40 pounds. Yeah, we got bullies here. American bullies, XL American bullies. Well, we're gonna have two. Well, we have one double XL right now, Big Red, because he's over 23 inches tall. He's only 8 months. He's about 90 pounds. He's got about a 27-inch head. So he's got a decent sized head already. And then we have Champ, who will be a double XL as well, but he's not there yet. Big Red is always there, already there. Let me see. I'm gonna show you guys them real quick before this phone dies. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Game dog, huh? See if you guys can see these. That's Vuitton there. Wait, get back. That's Vuitton. So that's the big female's brother right here. He's a tricolor. If you guys see his tan points on his forehead, on his eyebrows, and that's Big Red. He's 23 inches tall. And Champ's already 20 inches tall. This is Big Red right here of East Bay Bulls. Big Red. He's only 8 months old. Actually, not even 8 months. He'll be 8 months on the 23rd. And then we got Sombra. She's from East Bay Bulls as well. Get in there, Sombra. Hold on, guys. Well, it's hard managing these guys because you're telling something to get back, but you're trying to tell Champ to come in, and he's like, you know what I mean? So look how thick Daisy's getting. See her thing? You guys see that how swollen that is? Sheesh, like a monkey coming out of there. That boy looks clean. Which one? The one Big Red or the other one? Vuitton. They call him Vuitton. And that's her brother, littermate brother. They're born from the same litter. They're both Merles. So we got 3 Merles over here. Yeah, Red. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's gonna be a big boy. I don't know how heavy he is gonna get. You know what I mean? But I would imagine. And his mom's a good size too. He's about the size of his mom right now, the height wise, and the head too. And his dad was bigger. His dad was about 130 pounds. His dad's name Ammo, PSK. That's the name of the kennel, PSK Ammo. He's a lilac tri. The mother is she's a Merle. She's like a light, kind of like May's, the brown on May. You guys see the tweed on her here? The tweed color she got here. It's kind of like that, a little darker, and it's more of her body. It's more of her, she has it in just blotches. His mom is more of that color, like more of it. It covers more of her body, and then she's got blackish eyes. I'm trying to remember right now, but I have a picture of her on my community. If you go to my community, and also there's a breeding banner of his parents, and then there's a breeding banner of the female I just showed you, Sombra in the back, the black one. She had a litter with ERP's Cash. They still have some of those puppies. So if anybody's interested, I'm not really sure what the price are, but you can go follow East Bay Bulls, BULLZ on IG. And then they also have some puppies too that they bred 2 cousins of Daisy's. A woodland daughter to a Pekka's son. And Pekka's a woodland are brothers, half brothers to May right here and to Vuitton. Same dad. They all Horchata's their dad. And they bred those 2 cousins. And they got some bad puppies. They got 6 pups they had. 4 males that are all Merle, and then 2 females that are like a lilac or chocolate. Might be lilac. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but there's 6 of them. They're about 2 weeks old. And you can go follow them. The same IG page. East Bay Bulls, all one word. East EAST. Bay BAY, and then Bulls BULLZ. Or you can follow Hyperactive Bullies on IG, and they're the owner of the female. But my phone's about to die, people, so I'm gonna go ahead and tap on out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that slid in tonight and showed some love by sticking around, commenting, hit that like button for you go, and catch you on the next one. Buenas noches. Buenas noches.